Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming back after the Dhamma talk given by Venerable Sarada. Venerable Sarada is now in Chicago Buddhist Vihara, and he gave the Dhamma talk via Zoom for ABS Temple. In the morning, Galkiriyagama Vimalananda Thero, Venerable Vimalananda, talk from Ventura Buddhist Vihara, and he gave the Dhamma talk and guided with the 8 precepts and 10 precepts. And we like to thank them for participating in the program for all of us. Now the afternoon Dhamma talk on the Binara full moon day, Dhamma discussion. Now we have one question that we received. Help us to live a trouble-free life in this life, and also how does it help us to attain Nibbana in the future? It's a very good question. As another part of the same question, okay. There's no, without Sila, there's no Samadhi or Panya. Without having Samadhi or Panya, there's no hope for attaining Nibbana. Because these are the 3 steps towards ultimate peace of mind, which we call Nibbana. The goal of all Buddhists is to follow these steps. Sila. Sila means your ethical behavior. Ethical behavior is something that always related to the people and other beings around you. That includes the vegetation and other things in this time. So ethical behavior can be improved by using Sikkapada. Sikkapada is the tool that we use to improve our being ethical, being good. In simple word, being good. Being good means being able to live without hurting and harming others. Being able to live without hurting the feelings of people and other beings around us. As self-centered people, because we are all self-centered. Oneself is the most important person to oneself. That is the attitude of ordinary person who has not trained their mind to a higher level. When you learn to think about the well-being of the people around you than your own well-being, that means you are slightly evolved and you are getting evolved, getting improved. As a result, what is happening is you are diminishing your self-centered thinking and selfishness. All the problems that we are experiencing in our lives, whatever the problems are, they are related to self-centered thinking. I thinking, me thinking, mine thinking. Ordinary people like us are always thinking in terms of me first. Unless you practice Dhamma, unless you practice Metta, unless you come to a practice of Metta in universal level, then your self-centeredness become diminished little by little, and you tend to pay attention to need of others more and more. This is also coming from Metta attitude. Metta means friendliness that you develop in your heart, in your mind, for others. If your friendliness or your metta is evolved, at some point you start thinking about other person's own happiness, other person's safety more than your own safety. When somebody is using a gun against your child, if the mother is standing nearby, mother jump in front of the child and take the shot. And she may die, but the child be still alive. She protected the child at the risk of her own life. That is metta.
I'm not sure I understand.
So practice of SIL and unselfish thinking and unselfish behavior all are one. Practice of metta, cultivation of metta, cultivation of sila, and diminishing your self-centeredness. All these three are the same thing. If you see the Sikkapada that we used to cultivate Sikka, cultivate Sila, I try my best not to hurt other beings. I try my best not to steal from other people. I try my best not to satisfy my sexual desires at the expense of someone else. I try not to lie and mislead someone and put them in trouble intentionally. So you can see all this. Even taking intoxicants is mainly related to the concern about the other people's comfort. If you drunk and drive, you can harm yourself, but more than that, you can harm someone else on the road. So therefore, abstaining from and reality of other people. Daily life, if others, doesn't that help us to be happy now and attain Nibbana in the future? This is the question. Of course, first of all, people like us who are living in a society where everybody is self-centeredness, self-centered. If most people think about themselves than others, we tend to be part of the society and we ourselves become self-centered. We also pay attention to ourselves more than is doing the same thing, and then you are in that kind of society and you become part of the culture, and that become your habit. But to change any habit in the world, first thing you need is the resolution. If there's a resolution that you adapt to yourself for a habit, also called resolutions. This word can be Sikkapada. You are trying to change, and it not for your family and cigarettes. Yeah, connect to the computer audio. Today we see a little problem. Today we see a little problem with the connection, video connection. So all these 5 versions, better people. Good people. If you are a good person, your safety is guaranteed. If you are a person who go around and harm other people, there's a possibility that you get harmed at any point, at some point. So therefore, being good, being ethical, being moral is safeguarding yourself and safeguarding others. So we always use 5 precepts. But besides these 5 precepts, you can gradually add more and more resolutions. That is why we have 8 precepts. That is why we have 10 precepts. That is why we have Ajiva Ashtamaka Sila, lifelong 8 precepts. That is why we have the precepts of a novice monk or nun. And moreover, we have 227 Vinaya rules for monks. All these are training guidelines to protect you from hurting others. By protecting yourself, you protect others. That is also one of the main teachings of the Buddha in Samyutta Nikaya, that acrobat who is jumping on the rope from one place to one person's hand to the another place, and the other person from that side throw the rope, come to you on time so you can hang on to that rope. And all these people are doing the right thing at the right time to protect others. You are protecting yourself also. That is one of the suttas with the simile of acrobat in the air. You know, you have seen this rope hanging up the air, and they are jumping from one rope to the other rope, but the other rope has to be there at that moment when he gets there, and that person has to send the rope to the right place. And protecting oneself, you protect others. So let us take one example. In the Ajiva Ashtamaka Sila, there are 8 resolutions. And 5 precepts does not have all the 8. That is the Musavada is there. I try not to lie. Pisunavacha. About others. Pisunavacha. Talk bad about others. Backbiting is also the same thing, Pisnavacha. It's an annual guideline that you accept to refine your speech. Whenever you are talking with your friends, you try not to say anything about other people that destroy the harmony of the two people. Parusavacha, harsh word, rough language, because it could hurt the feelings of someone else who is listening. Therefore, our habit of using harsh words, we try to change by using that guideline. As I told you, without a guideline, without a resolution, it is very difficult to transform yourself and your behavior to something else, some other behavior. Sampappalapa. Usavada, Pisunavacha, Sampappalapa. Sampappalapa means unnecessary talks. Unnecessary talks confuses and clutter their mind, distort their mind, and also waste their time. So you try not to. That is why one time Buddha said, if you don't have anything meaningful to talk, don't talk at all. Dhammivakata, meaningful talk, or ariyoba tunhibao, or practice noble silence. If you have nothing to talk about, nothing good to talk about, practice noble silence. Dhammivakata ariyoba tunhibao. So you add that 4 guidelines to regular 5 precepts that we always follow, and you become a person who is little extra nice, extra wonderful, extra careful about not to hurt others' feelings. So then a day-to-day ethical behavior in the family, in the society, in your community, if you refine your behavior, that guarantees that other people don't get hurt because of your act, verbal or physical or even mental. So like attain Nibbana. Attainment of Nibbana is related to 4 noble truths. If the 4 noble truth is not available for you, by having a moral behavior, if you are not focusing on diminishing your self-centeredness, diminishing your suffering, that is first noble truth, you intentionally think about, one day I refine myself to the fullest. That means this person gradually move on to practice more calmness and samadhi. And when this person with sila is practicing samadhi,